Hello, welcome back to the channel, and today we are doing our first ever tier list. Well, we've been toying with the idea of doing one of these and we just couldn't settle on a topic to do first, and it's been a bit of a discussion point in a few group chats with a few friends lately about what snacks in Australia specifically are better than most, because there's some pretty controversial opinions out there. So I decided, why not make a tier list, put it all to rest, and just explain to my mates how wrong they are. If you agree, you disagree, feel free to let me know in the comments. Let your feelings out, because I know there are people that are going to disagree with a few things. Doesn't mean you're right, doesn't mean you're wrong, but you're probably wrong. Let's have a look. There we go. It's the ranking of Australian cuisine tier list maker. Let's be serious, they're all snack foods, maybe some breakfast foods. Our tiers, we've got heavenly, which are your best of the best; great, which is close but not quite at the top; good, meh, about average; bad, horrible. And then I've got a tier for the shadow realm, for that absolute junk that we need to get off the planet and never try. Straight up first, airplane jelly. I don't know if that's referring to airplane jelly as a whole or just raspberry, but I'll go meh, just because it's one of those foods for me where I need to be in a mood for it. I'm not going to go to the shop and be like, I'm going to grab all the jelly I can. Fantails, I used to love them, and I used to love the little trivia that you get on the wrappers. I guess when you get older and you really don't want to spend half your day trying to get the leftover caramel out of your teeth, it's not quite as appealing. Freckles, I like. It's just chocolate with sprinkles. I think that's like an Australian thing, where if it's got sprinkles it's good, like fairy bread, which is just butter, bread and sprinkles, but it's the best. Jaffas, maybe a good. With Jaffas, if you don't like orange, you're obviously going to scale it down. Minties, yeah, minties are good. They're good. I don't know if I'm remembering quickly. Didn't they used to have like little cartoons on their wrappers, little funnies? But party mix goes in meh, because it is a bunch of random assortment of lollies. But I like the teeth, I like the snakes. The rest is just like the leftover junk at the Allen's factory that people don't want to buy on their own. Redskins, which have recently been named, I'm going to put them in meh. Same avenue as Fantails. Like, they can be yum, but the fact it gets all stuck in your teeth and it becomes such a chore to like pretty much have to clean your teeth whenever you eat them. What are they? Are they raspberries and cream, or are they strawberries and cream? They're nothing special. I'm going to come back to that one just because I don't know for sure if they are. Anzac biscuits. Boost juice goes into good. It's pretty much just smoothies. I don't know how that's a cuisine, but they're fruit smoothies. They're refreshing. It's been a while since I've had one. Buffalo Bill, horrible. People overrate it. It's ice cream with a bubblegum nose, and because it's frozen, it's hard as hell. So you're just gonna smash your teeth after you've already been freezing it to death eating like some pretty bland ice cream. Let's be serious. Ginger beer, yuck. Lemon lime bitters, I'll chuck into meh. It's one of those drinks that are made to be mixed with alcohol. Is this sausages, or like sausage sizzle in general, or the Bunnings sausage sizzle? But sausage sizzles, they're great. It's simple, it's bread, sometimes sauce, sometimes maybe mustard, maybe even onion on top if you're not going to spill it on the ground and make someone slip over, and then you got your sausage on it. So simple, so effective. Burger rings, I don't even know what the actual flavor is, they're just burger rings flavored. And when you're younger, it's so amusing just to place them all on your fingers and pick them off. It's amusing and it tastes good. Dairy milk block of chocolate, great. It is great. It's plain, it's simple, and it's chocolate. Hello, bro. There. Meh. They're good in summer. They're just sweet ice blocks, icy poles. Not sure what you'd call it in your part of the country, but caramello koalas. Horrible. Cheetos, cheese and bacon balls. They're meh. Cheezels. They're good because it's just plain cheese. They're in the shape of a ring, so again, you get to put them all on your fingers as you eat them. You always got told not to play with your food, but nah. Cherry ripe is another one that will trigger people depending on whether or not they like coconut, whether or not they like cherry. For me, cherry and coconut are amazing, therefore cherry ripe gets a grade. What are these called? I don't know the technical name for them, but they're like, just, what is it? It's Cocoa Pops, and they're all stuck together, and they're usually a party food. What are they called? Cocoa Pops, they're good. As the saying goes, like a chocolate milkshake, only crunchy. Cordial is horrible. I know some countries call it squash. It's just flavored syrup you mix with water. Cornflakes, meh. I know when I was younger, it was a little bit of a life hack to have cornflakes and sprinkle sugar on it. Maybe that's just a sign that you needed sweetness to make it a bit more bearable. Crunchy is good. Honeycomb flavored chocolate. Now fairy bread. As mentioned before, it's so simple. It's sprinkles, it's bread, it's butter, and somehow you mix it together and it just makes an amazing snack food. Every kid's party apparently had one. Normalize it for adult parties too. That can go into bad because favorites is the same as party mix. A handful of chocolates that everyone likes, and then a handful of chocolates that nobody likes. And it's like they're left over from the factory and they don't know what to do with them. It's an easy go-to gift, but really half the chocolates always get left behind. Chuck, Freddo and good. It's a caramello koala without caramel. French fries. They're horrible. I don't know, it's like you're eating the burnt crisps. That's what it feels like to me. Frog cakes, overrated as hell. I always see them at the shops, usually Safeway / Woolworths, and they're always super expensive for just 2 little cakes. I finally had one for the first time maybe 2 years ago, just like a lump of cake caked in icing sugar, painted like a frog. Overrated as hell. Golden Gay Time, meh. Vovos, I used to like them. I don't really like them now. I'm gonna put them in bad, just because I can only really remember them liking them for a small period of my life. Jats, they're okay. They're good for your platters. They're good for dips. Usually not good on their own. Jumpies. I don't know if everyone would have had jumpies. Obviously, the shape of kangaroos, they look 3D and they were chicken flavored. I think you could get original flavor as well. They were good. They were good recess and lunch foods. Now we got some Kirks. Pasito, great. Lemon squash is meh. A lot of these meh foods depend on my mood, I guess. That's the way it's reflecting at the moment. Kirk's creaming soda is horrible. It is yuck. Lamingtons, overrated. Maltesers, yeah, they're good. They're just little chocolatey balls full of what is that stuff called? Is that nougat? Is that pronounced right? Mammy noodle snacks. I have not seen these in a very long time. Dry noodles that they encourage you to eat dry. Now I need to have a think, because were these actual like ready to go eat like crisps, or like you need to prepare them a bit, like crunch them up, put your flavor on, or was I just eating normal Maggi noodles that way? Because I had a yellow packet too. I don't know. Either way, they were good, full of flavor. The classic meat pie, I'm gonna put it in great. The thing I remember about meat pies is the convenience of them. You usually ate them at sport events. You sometimes had them at work for an easy lunch break, or at school for a lunch order. No one ever knew what was in them. Some people like to chuck some red sauce on it. Probably not the healthiest thing to eat. Yeah, they've now got the meat-free options for part of the world that doesn't eat meat anymore, so inclusive for everyone. The conundrum of Milo, okay? Because Milo in a tin is wicked. if you make it properly. And making it properly is 75% milk, 25% Milo. That is the correct way. You can have a hot Milo, it's okay. But then there's Milo cereal, which sucks. I could be mistaken here, and you can call me out on it, but yeah, I just didn't like the Milo cereal. It didn't taste like Milo to me. Mint slice, this is a lock for heavenly tier. It is the best snack we can get in Australia, in my opinion. Monte Carlo. Of these Arnott's biscuits, the ones that usually come in the variety pack, I think they're the best one in the packet. I always notice when we've had them, like you put them out at a work meeting or you put them out at a party, Monte Carlos are first to go. Or maybe it's just me taking them, I don't know. Choc chip, yucky. Forest fruits, yucky. Whatever this flavor is, yucky. Muesli bars, no. Nutri-Grain, I don't like Nutri-Grain. I don't like cereal in general, actually. Probably only eaten cereal with milk once or twice in my life that I can think of. Eating dry cereal, that's the taste I've got in mind, and Nutri-Grain, it ain't it. Now we've got all the oat milks. Oat milk is inferior. The classic milks are way better. Banana just tastes like banana quick. The oat iced coffee, that's bad. It's not a very nice tasting coffee. It's super sugary. It's like you've made an instant coffee at home and you've added 8 sugars. The chocolate milk, in my opinion, is not as good as the rest. Strawberry milk actually is okay. I got it from the bakery once and I did not mind it, but I haven't gone out of my way to get it more than that once. Ovaltine, the Ovaltinis, why? Why did they exist? Why did you need to get Ovaltine, which was an average drink that tried to compete with Milo, and then turn it into a lolly? Is it a lolly? I don't know. It tastes like garbage. Paddle Pops, they're just plain ice cream on a stick. Cyclone, made by the Paddle Pop company. Tropical flavors, just frozen on a stick and you suck it off. Rainbow Paddle Pop. Did you know, fun fact, Rainbow Paddle Pops are caramel flavored. And there's the party pies. Put them in good, just because it's got the sausage rolls in there. Sausage rolls are a bit temperamental, but they're just like the pie, but smaller. Pavlova, yes, Pavlova is good. Usually pops out every Christmas. Have it for dessert at lunchtime. Rice bubbles, why? Who thought to make plain flavored Cocoa Pops? Roll-ups. A lot of this tea, it's stuff that gets stuck in your teeth. Didn't know the printed roll-ups, you can get the printed side, put it on your tongue and it tattoos your tongue. Scotch fingers, they're meh. You usually get them when you go to your grandparents' house and you have a hot Milo or a hot coffee and you dip it in. Okay, cheese and bacon shapes are horrible. Barbecue shapes are fantastic. Accidentally vegan for those non-meat eaters out there. Oh, cheddar, I think it's good. Chicken crimpy, yeah, haven't had them in a very long time, but chickeny flavor, like the noodles. Pizza shapes are the definitive flavor of shapes. Lock it in, lock it in. Oh my god, they've got every flavor of Smith's. I have tried that, but I don't remember how they taste. Never really ate a lot of chips until probably more recently. Chicken, I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's horrible, but I don't think it's meh. Cheese and onion, they're meh. Original, they're meh. Salt and vinegar though, good. Something about salt and vinegar, it just makes such a great taste. Splice, horrible. It's kind of like a spider. I don't know what other countries would call that drink, with soda with ice cream on top. It's kind of like that, but they've put it into like an ice block. Sunny Boys, never had them. Never had them. TV snack malt sticks, put them up top. No shame, I can easily make a box disappear. Tim Tams, they're great. The plain ones, if anything, the flavored ones, some are good, some are horrible. So it's lucky they've just got Tim Tams. Tiny Teddies, they're meh. all the flavors in there. These were a lunchbox staple when I was younger, so they're just indifferent. They can be nice, I guess, but I do remember the fun of them being shaped like teddy bears, and you sit around with your mates and be like, oh, bit his arm off. Easily amused. Turkish delight. It's great. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Cheese twisties. Now, these are good. Cheese flavored, and they're twisty. Life's pretty straight without twisties, but their chicken counterpart is great. They are the next level up. Whatever they use to make chicken flavoring on it, like the noodles and the jumpies and possibly the chicken crimpies, it just makes it a bit better. Just like chicken salt makes your chips a bit better. Up and goes. Banana is horrible. Vanilla is meh. Strawberry is horrible. Up and go chocolate though is good. Vanilla slice. It goes in meh. It's overrated. The bakery that I get breakfast from a lot, they make a nice one, but I will have it probably once every 6 months, because I'll have the one and I'm like, oh, that's my fix. Vegemite is good. If you eat it properly on toast, maybe with a bit of butter, maybe if you fancy put a bit of cheese on it. Not like the people on TV shows are like, oh, let's taste Australian foods, we'll get Vegemite on a spoon and lick it. That is how you ruin your day. Victoria Bitter goes in the shadow realm. That is absolute dog water. It needs to stay in the bin. People that idolize it, I don't know how you do it. It is the worst tasting beer ever. Wagon wheels, bit of biscuit, bit of jam, bit of marshmallowy stuff and chocolate coating. Sometimes it's good, but really it is a bit much. Whiz Fizz, get rid of that. It's sherbet in a packet. It's messy, it's powdery, it gets everywhere, and it's really just powdered sugar with flavoring. Weet-Bix, horrible. They're dry, they're bland. I had them once and it was like eating drywall, and that was even with milk. How many Weet-Bix do you do? None, ever. Don't like them. Okay, we're gonna assume these are Anzac biscuits, and I'm gonna put them in meh, depending if they're homemade or they're from the shop. And because Anzac biscuits can sometimes be very hard, sometimes be very soft, it depends. If I'm in a mood for them, I'll probably get some, but that's very rarely. And that's our tier list completed. Our heavenly tier is Milo, mint slice, Monte Carlo, pizza shapes, and your TV snacks, the malt stick variety. Honorable mention in the great, we've got this classic sausage sizzle, we've got burger rings, plain dairy milk chocolate, cherry ripe, fairy bread, pasito, meat pie, barbecue shapes, plain Tim Tams, Turkish delight, and chicken twisties. Now if you're looking at it, the heavenly tier is stuff I would pack my fridge with. Yes, I chuck my mint slice and my malt sticks in the fridge. And the great tier is essentially throwing a party for anyone from age 6 to age 60 in Australia. Probably very little people are going to have the exact same opinion, so you might agree on a few things, you might disagree on a lot of things. Let me know in the comments below. Let's talk about snacks. My first time doing a tier list, I'm not sure how I've done filming it, but I'm keen to do more. I know there were people that wanted a Resident Evil based one, based around characters or the games or the movies, so I don't know, I'll do a bit more research, so I've planned it a lot better. I don't know, it was fun to make, I enjoyed filming it, and I'll hopefully get some more videos very, very soon. Whether you're a regular or this is your first video, thank you for hanging out. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.